Hey guys, before the video starts, I just want to let you know there's a part where I zoom in my camera, and I guess I forgot to unzoom it, so the video stays like a little bit zoomed in for the rest of the video, but I'm too lazy to re-record all of it, so that's what you're gonna get.
There's probably so much I'm forgetting, but it's fine.
Chair!
Oh
my
shit.
god!
Okay, not only did I already post a cover in this sweatshirt today, I didn't even realize that I recorded a cover in a sweatshirt with a giant hole in the pocket. I don't know if you can... You should probably be able to see it by now. I have to change. There we go. Did you like that transition? I hope I edited it well. So, as you may or may not know, I'm a lesbian, but I tend to find myself gushing and swooning over men. This is gonna sound so stupid, and it's like not much of an explanation, but comphet, guys. Compulsory heterosexuality is the theory that heterosexuality is assumed and enforced upon women by a patriarchal, yeah, I said that right, and heteronormative society. Comphet. Here's the Tiffany Rock explanation of comphet. These men will literally have me racking my brain thinking, am I bisexual? But then I remember that I would never want to be in a relationship with a guy. I think these men are neat, I think they're pretty, or I think they, you know, have a really good personality. I'll get to that in a second. Well, actually, it just depends on the person, so, you know, I'll tell you when we get to each person. What I'm trying to get at here is that I am not weird. Okay, well, I'm like kind of weird, but like not in that way. Like, I don't sexualize these men. You know, I'm 18. I may be considered a diet adult, but I don't consider, like, I don't want to be in a relationship with any of these men. I just think they're pretty, and I think they're neat. I'm gonna stop stalling. Let's start. I kind of wanted to do these in order of, like, the least I have to say to the most that I have to say, but I don't think that's gonna happen. I think I'm just gonna... I have a list and I'll say some of them. Just in advance, if I don't know how to pronounce these men's last names, I'm just gonna say first name, band they're in, because that's easier for me. So, most of the people on this list are lead singers. I will start with this one because it's kind of the opposite. I tend to fall in love with lead singers. I am a singer, so I kind of grow connection to, like, their voice. And then once I hear their voice and I like their voice, I'm like, oh, well, they're kind of attractive. But the opposite happened to me with, hold on, I'm gonna try to pronounce his name, because he has the pronunciation in his Twitter bio. Derek Discanio? That can't be right. Derek State Champs. He gives me weird vibes. And it's like, as someone who falls in love with lead singers, when I first started listening to State Champs, I'm like, I kinda should like this guy, because he's the singer of State Champs.
Man, this makes it seem like I don't like him. I just don't simp for him.
I don't know why I added this on this list, because he is not a man that I simp for. Brief intermission real quick. I love filming in this space because I'm able to go, like, all the way back here, like, hello from back here, you know? But I can also come pretty close to the camera. I don't know what order to do this in, guys. Brennan Bates from Weathers. Do I think this man is that attractive? Not really.
Sammy, Skylar, don't attack me.
But his speaking voice, dude, he went live on Twitch, and just hearing this man say, ah, there's Tiffany, the professional streamer, thank you for joining.
Hey, there's Tiffany, the professional streamer, thank you for joining.
Literally, like, gives me butterflies in my stomach. Like, I don't know. Like I said, I'm a simp for singers, so I fall in love with voices. But I don't think I've ever, like, fallen for a speaking voice before. You know, now I get why people like Corpse and Dream. Because, like, I mean, I know what Brennan looks like, so that's a little bit different. But, like, his voice, I don't know. This is so crazy because this wouldn't have happened if Sammy didn't message me on Instagram and say, hey, bestie, Brennan needs your assistance in the Twitch chat. And I think she said to me at one point, she was watching his stream, and she was like, his voice, man, is just... And it's like, I didn't get it until I started watching the stream, and now it's like, I get it. I guess we'll stick with Weathers. Cameron Boyer, do I think he's pretty in some pictures? yeah, but in other pictures, not really. I'm not gonna say I simp for him because of this, but like, when he commented on my cover of Rehab, I need to find it to see what he exactly said. Man, you tackled this so well. This is a tough song to sing. That is such a compliment. I don't know if you can even see me, but that is such a compliment. I think that sounds like something Josh, my vocal coach, would say to me. And the singer of Weathers said that to me. He has no connection with me. He is not my vocal coach. Am I blushing? I feel like I'm blushing. Not really, actually. Travis Mills, but specifically when he has hair. He shaved his head recently. He looks like a tennis ball. I don't think this man looks good with a shaved head. Oh my god. Like, I fell in love with this man's voice. As soon as my first listen to Tattoo, the first song I ever heard by Girlfriends, I'm like, yeah, I'm hooked. Yep. Absolutely. I'm hooked. Like, I fell in love with his voice. Am I still recording? I don't know if I should have the camera lowered so you can see me when I'm on the floor, or if I should have the camera at my regular height so you can just see me. I wrote down Colin Patrick Walsh, but like, I don't really know if I simp for him that much. I feel like I'm off center. I don't really know if I simp for him that much.
Okay, but this picture had me in a chokehold for like, I don't know, weeks.
His voice though, I mean, like, very few artists' voice can like give me comfort, you know, like, easiest way to explain it is when the situation happened with I listened to Grayscale's music to, you know, comfort me, and it kind of worked. And I know if the stands happened to find this video, they'd be like,
oh my god, you're just another one of those stands who went to Grayscale because they're the current trendy band. Everyone's simping for Colin, and you're just finding a replacement.
I like at the same time that I liked Grayscale. There was like maybe a 15-day time span where I liked both bands before the shit went down. So don't come at me with that shit. Nobody's gonna come at me with that shit, but I am defensive of that because that pisses me off. What was I talking about? Colin's voice. I don't know what it is, but it's just, it's so comforting, and it's like, I would probably say this about most of the singers in this video, but I wish I had this man's voice. It's just, it's... Oh, I can tell you one time that I simped for Colin when, like, looks-wise, Fever Dream Live, The Bridge. The Bridge. Conductor Colin. I love when he does Conductor Colin. I'll try to find my video of Fever Dream. I literally purposefully didn't scream during Fever Dream just so I could get this part on recording. I walk this road behind you now. I feel so lost that you're never gonna turn around. I should have done this one earlier, I guess, because I was talking about state champs, but it's fine. Ryan Scott Graham, this man is so funny. He posts TikToks on the state champs TikTok account. This man is so funny. Man, I got up to get a soda, and now I guess you guys are gonna have a cameo from Josh. Mr. Man! Mr. Man, look at the camera. Pretty boy. You're so pretty. Okay, Josh, intermission over. Who was I talking about? Ryan Scott Graham. He is so funny, and he just seems so sweet. I think I've interacted with him a few times on Twitter, but I'm not sure. He just seems like a nice guy. Oh, I just realized I didn't have my glasses on for like this entire video. I've been trying to wear my glasses more. Alex Young Culture. He is so nice, and he has a sense of humor, right? I'm sure like the other Young Culture guys do, but I just interact with Alex more. I don't know why. So me and my friends have this band called Younger Culture. It's kind of like a parody of Young Culture in a way. We just made a Twitter account and we like to mess with bands on Twitter about it. Where does this even start? I guess it starts with when I made the Younger Culture logo, because we tweeted them something and they replied the logo, and I think I quote tweeted it and I was like, I don't know if this is a good thing or a bad thing, but Young Culture just acknowledged the silly little logo I made for this band, and they were like, it's a good thing. So obviously that's kind of how they perceived me as a member of Younger Culture, I think. So then I posted a cover of Hailey Beverly. Yeah, it was my Hailey Beverly cover. He commented, Tiffany, Younger Culture for the win. Oh my god, I don't know what happened. I think it was Skylar on the Younger Culture account called Alex Scrunkly on one of his posts. He replied to it saying, excuse me, Younger Culture, what does this mean? And Skylar replied saying, it means your mom. And I replied saying, you know, it's just gibberish used to like express affection, kind of. I made a tweet on the Younger Culture account saying, who called Alex Scrunkly on Instagram? And Ken's replied saying, Skylar could before I could, or something like that. And I posted it, and I'm like, I hate being in this band sometimes, and I tagged Alex, and he replied, Scrunkly, what does it mean? And I'm like, I told you on the Younger Culture account. He's a nice guy, just a, you know, chill dude. And then I posted a cover. What was my recent Young Culture cover? Fantasy. I think it was my, yeah, it had to have been my fantasy cover. He called me Scrunkly on my fantasy cover. He called me Scrunkly. Like, so, yeah, Alex is just like, I like almost barely met him in line for Grayscale. I said one sentence to him and I don't think he heard me. I really wish I got a selfie with him, because before and after the show, I'm like, you know, I've always really wanted to stan Young Culture, like seeing people post about them and stuff, but I've just never been able to, like, it's just their music never clicked for me. And of course, like a couple weeks after the concert, it clicks. So it's like I was feet away from Alex and I could have gotten a picture with him, but I was stupid. Jansen Hogan? Jansen the Wildlife. I'm gonna be honest with y'all, I don't have much to say about him. I mean, he commented on my Close to You cover on TikTok, and that flipping got me excited. I always get excited when band dudes comment on the things I do, but he's just pretty. He's a pretty dude. And man, I fell in love with his voice when I heard Close to You. And sometimes he'll like post singing videos on TikTok and it's like, man, his voice, like, don't look at me like that. I know, it's comphet. I'm still a lesbian. My mom should be home soon. I have to finish up. I have been a Cody Carson stan ever since I started standing Set It Off. 5 years, about, I think. He has interacted with a lot of my shit. I've posted some covers on Twitter. I don't know if I have them anymore because they were on my other Twitter account that got suspended, that he's interacted with. I remember one specifically, it was Go to Bed Angry, it was The Bridge, and I'm like, I have no one to duet with this with Tiffany Learn English Challenge. So I used an app, and he quote tweeted it saying like, apps are dope, you're dope, you and apps are dope. So he called me dope. His angry singing voice, not singing voice, but like kind of singing, like hypnotized. Oh my god. One last thing. Oh, I wish I still had this. I won Set It Off Saturday in 2017. If you don't know what that is, they just kind of did like little tiny challenges on Twitter and like related to their music, and the winner would get a video from a member of the band of their choosing. Most of the time, I'm assuming. I don't know if they changed the prizes up. That's what I won. So the challenge was to whistle one of their songs, and I sat on the floor at midnight at night, put my phone to the floor, and whistled Want with the camera pitch black and posted it. And I won! So I got a video from Cody and he was like, you know, your whistle cover was dope. I love how you did it in the dark, like you couldn't even see it. I don't even remember what else he flippin' said because I don't have the video anymore. I want that video back. For some reason, 13-year-old Tiffany was like, I'm gonna keep this video my little secret and I'm not gonna post it on the internet, and now it's nowhere to be found. That was kind of a stupid move on my end. We are on to the last two men. The last man is probably going to be the person that I talk the most about. Elliot Polikoff. Elliot, Cemetery Son. He is just so pretty, dude. There's a clip in the 19 music video where, like, I don't know if I can recreate it, but he just, like, he takes his shirt and he, like, goes like that or something. I'll put the clip in this video. 19 days now. And it was funny because I was, like, making fun of him in the DMs with Skylar, and then all of a sudden I was like, wait a second, why is he kinda... Again, I'm not sexualizing these men. I am not trying to be weird or creepy. I just think they're neat. I just think he's neat, and he's just... He's so pretty. And also, like, he's really nice, man. I've DM'd him a couple times. I replied to one of his stories saying, like, Elliot, you are so cool. And he said, right back at you, Tiffany. I'm gonna flippin' sit on the floor. You can't see me, I know. Hi. Don't, oh my god, my cat is giving me the weirdest fucking looks. And it's funny. One more thing. This kind of doesn't have to do with Elliot, but I mean, it kind of does. So, Sammy was messaging me about Jansen. She was at work and she had a paper of some sort and it said Jason on it. And she said, looked at this really quick and thought it said Jansen, help. So I said, you're down bad. And she said, I know, can you blame me though? And I'm like, I mean... And she took that in a negative way. I was trying to agree with her. But she's like, I know the Elliot simp isn't talking.
Hey, I forgot something. So, I'm literally already blushing. Shut up. On my fly cover, Elliot commented, this rips. And then today, on my Getting Over You cover, he commented, so cool to see these.
Last man. You guys all know who it is. Do I even have to say his name? Josh Doty. Okay, this is so embarrassing because this man is my vocal coach. But it's like, I knew about his music before I became a student of his, so I think it makes sense a little bit. I fall in love with lead singers, man. Can you blame me? But oh, do I have so much to say about this flippin' man. Oh my god. Okay. I think he's pretty in some pictures. Yes. I simp for him more because he's just so nice. I probably could have talked about this for most of the video, but I wanted to make this little tiny speech about Josh specifically. I'm like looking out the window because I think it's almost time for my mom to get home. Lots of guys in this music scene are not very good people. So when you find a guy in the scene that you think is good people, they can do the bare minimum and you swoon over them. Cause it's like, oh my god, I could probably give you so many examples of this. But I'm just thinking about, you know, past couple days I had to postpone a vocal lesson with him because I was really sad about Cemetery Son's recent tour announcement because they're not coming anywhere in the East Coast, let alone New York, let alone Albany. So I got really sad about it. And I told him that. I'm like, you know, I got really sad about this flippin' tour announcement. I don't think I can face you without crying, so do you think we could reschedule? And he was so nice about it. Like, I apologized like 3 times. He's like, no, it's fine. And it's like, I know it's just the bare minimum, but like, I know being a vocal coach is like his job, but it's like crazy to me that like he, you know, saw my cover of there's a ladybug. Where did it go? Where did it go? Where did it go? Fuck. Where the fuck did it go? Where did it go?
Update. Still have no clue where it went. I think I killed it, but I literally don't know. And don't come at me with the fucking, oh, but ladybugs bring you good luck. Don't kill the ladybugs. I don't want bugs in my house. I'm fine with ladybugs outside where they belong. They don't belong in my house.
During my first vocal lesson with him, I'm like, come back to Albany, I miss you guys. And he's like, are you coming to Rochester? I'll guest list you. God! And it's just like, he tolerates me being so annoying, and it's like, I apologize to him a lot for being annoying, and he's like, dude, it's okay, like, you're just in your head, and stuff like that. And like, I messaged him like, I just realized I'm 9 songs away from covering Cemetery Sun's entire discography. Do you or the guys think that's weird? And he said, that's not weird, that's so cool! No. I mean, man, we spent like the majority of one of my vocal lessons he just gave me a pep talk. He's called me great, like, God damn it, my mom is home. I have to hurry up and finish this video. Anyway, like, flippin', I posted something on my story one time, like me hitting a note that I was impressed with myself for hitting in the first try, and he said he was proud of me, and it's like, flippin', at the end of my vocal lessons, I always ask to take a screenshot with him, and he's like cool with that. I just can't stop thinking about the things this man has like said to me. Like, he tells me he doesn't bullshit, and I'm going to take his word for it. He told me that if he bet money on me, like, you know, as like success-wise, then it'd be a winning bet. Literally, what kind of compliment is that? But like in a good way. When I said that, it like came across as like, what was that supposed to mean? No, but like that's such a compliment, man. And it's like, I don't like to talk about how much I pay for my vocal lessons, but I do pay him a set amount every time. I will say this, it's not what he normally charges for vocal lessons, but he allows me to pay what I do because you know, he notices that I take the stuff that he teaches me and I work with it. And it's like the fact that like he notices shit about me. I remember one of my vocal lessons, he's like, you're so like honest, and that's something I appreciate about you as a person. It's like, man, okay. I'm gonna stop. My mom's coming upstairs, so I have to finish this video. If you like this video, like it, comment down below judging me for being a simp, share with your friends, flippin' hit subscribe, hit the bell icon, all that crazy, wacky, weird, amazing, fun stuff. Thank you so much for watching, and I never know how to end these things.